Do me a favor before I get started and subscribe to the channel. This video is part 2 of a video I did a week or so ago called The Right Nail. And it's based off of Jasher chapter 21, where we see the interactions between Sarah, Abraham, Hagar, and her son, Ishmael. The story fascinates me because it's one of divorce, one of abandonment, and one of promise. Very fascinating. If you haven't seen the part 1 of The Right Nail, watch that one. That way you'll have full context of where I'm going. Now, we see that when Hagar and Ishmael went into the wilderness, that God kept his promise that he would make Ishmael a great nation. But in the process, we see that Hagar, which was an Egyptian woman, also picked a wife for Ishmael out of Egypt. And as we go through the story, we see that Abraham, when he meets Maribel, I believe that's her name, for the first time, he tells or leaves a message with Ishmael's wife that the nail, which is talking in parable, that he left to hold down the tent, basically, I'm paraphrasing, wasn't a good nail, and he needed to replace that nail, which basically telling him he needed to replace the wife that he chose because she didn't represent him honorably. I found that to be quite fascinating. Now, we are going to pick up verse, let me see here, verse 35 is where I left off in my last video, so I'm going to pick up with verse 36, where Ishmael recognizes the words of his father. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go to 36. And Ishmael understood the words of his father, that he had spoken to his wife. And Ishmael hearkened to the voice of his father and cast off that woman and sent her away, which the woman was his wife. Okay. 37. And Ishmael afterward went to the land of Canaan, and he took another wife and brought her to his tent, to the place where he then dwelled. So his first wife was Egyptian, so he goes to the land of Canaan. That's where his father, that's the land of his father. Okay. So he first had a wife from where his mother came from, and now he goes and finds a wife from the land of his father. That speaks volumes, and I'll get to that in a minute. And at the end of 3 years, Abraham said, I will go again to see Ishmael my son, for I have not seen him in a long time. So it took 3 years before Abraham decides to go back and visit his son. And he rode upon his camel and went to the wilderness. And when he reached the tent of Ishmael, it was about noon. So the story is playing along the same way. And he asked after Ishmael. And his wife came out of the tent and said, "He is not here, my lord." Totally different response. The last wife didn't even come out the tent. "For he has gone to haunt in the fields to feed the camels." And the woman said to Abraham, "Turn in, my lord, into the tent and eat a morsel of bread, for thy soul must be worried on account of the journey." So she had a totally, this particular wife has a totally different approach. The last wife didn't even acknowledge the man. Now, and Abraham said to her, "I will not stop, for I am in haste to continue my journey. But give me a little water to drink, for I have thirst." And the woman hastened and ran into the tent. And she brought out water and bread to Abraham, which she placed before him and urged him to eat. And he ate and drank, and his heart was comforted. And he blessed his son Ishmael. And he finished his meal, and he blessed the Lord, and said to Ishmael's wife, "When Ishmael cometh home, say these words to him." He had said the same thing to the first wife. Now let's see what he tells him this time. "When Ishmael cometh home, say these words to him. A very old man came from the land of the Philistine, came hither and asked after thee. And thou wast not here. And I brought him out bread and water, and he ate and drank, and his heart was comforted. And he spoke these words to me. When Ishmael thy husband cometh home, say unto him, the nail of the tent which thou hast is very good. Do not put it away from the tent." And Abraham finished commanding the woman, and he rode off to his home to the land of the Philistine. And when Ishmael came to his tent, his wife went forth to meet him with joy and a cheerful heart. And she said unto him, "An old man came here from the land of the Philistine, and thus was his appearance." So he describes Abraham. "And he asked after thee, and thou was not here, so I brought out bread and water, and he ate and drank, as his heart was comforted. And he spoke these words to me. When Ishmael thy husband cometh home, say to him, the nail of this tent thou hast is very good. Do not put it away from the tent." And Abraham knew it was his father, and that his wife had honored him. And the Lord blessed Ishmael. So this message is for the sisters. Sisters, you got to be kind to your family. You got a man, you got to honor that man. You have to treat that man with respect. You can't call that man out his name, just like he shouldn't call you out your name either. I'm just telling you, because this story is about an honorable wife. So it's not about a man in particular. I mean, it is, but we're seeing that Ishmael was abandoned, or not abandoned, but had to leave his original family, which was with Sarah and Abraham and Hagar. So the Most High kept his promise that he would take care of Ishmael, just because of Abraham. And we're seeing, which is not in the 66, how Abraham and Ishmael interacted from a different perspective. So we are seeing that the role that the woman plays is an important role. The role that a wife plays, the role that if you are preparing to be a wife, it's an important process. And in order to be successful in relationships, this is not for all women. This is for the Israelite woman in particular. Okay, the women from the 12 tribes. These scriptures says is your model. Okay, says the scriptures are your model. Scriptures are what you must go by to be successful. If you want to be successful, if you want to be in adherence to God's laws, having favor with y'all, you got to go by this book. It says it doesn't matter the philosophies of the world. It doesn't matter what white Jesus says. You go by this book and you'll have favor with Yah. Yah will fight for you. Yah will provide for you. Yah will give you wisdom in this modern age how to maneuver through all the nuances of this life. Well, are you the right now? Are you preparing to be the right now? That's the question. Sis, keep the commandments, prosper, and live. All praises to the Most High.